and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and we have come up with the part 2 session of MCQ class 10th science questions. And in this session, I'll be covering you control and coordination, life processes, light and human eye, which are the most important chapters and which are going to come in the half yearly as well as your coming up reports as well. MCQs are important for us because they carry abstract, striking wise the answer, and most importantly we need to know the concept in a very nice manner. So without wasting time, let us go to the first chapter and learn the things. The fifth chapter here covered by me is called as control and coordination. In control and coordination, the most important topics that you have to understand is what are the different types of senses that we have, what are endocrine glands and the various hormones secreted there, what is brain, what is reflex arc, and what are the circulatory system, the central circulatory system and the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system and peripheral nervous system are the two important things based on spinal cord and brain, the segregations as well as the endocrine system, exocrine system. These are the important things that you have to cover in this chapter. Let us read the first question. Which part of the brain is responsible for maintaining posture and balance in the human body? So the major question always asked by boards, and in major question papers you will get this question. And we all know that our brain has been divided into three parts. It's the midbrain, hindbrain and forebrain. So the posture, the maintenance of posture and balance is carried forward by cerebellum, by the brain. The hormone that regulates blood sugar level in human body, the hormone that regulates blood sugar level, it will be insulin. Moving to third question, in which part of human body is pituitary gland located? Pituitary gland is obviously located in the brain. It controls the growth hormone. Which hormone is responsible for fight or flight response in humans? They are asking us for the response. So response is basically carried by adrenaline. Therefore option C will be the right answer. The direction of nerve impulse transmission in a neuron is, nerve impulse is transmitted from, see, if I consider this to be a neuron, this is my nucleus, okay, and these are the major dendrites and the axon and the impulses that are traveling from one point to another point. So from axon to dendrites, dendrites to axon, both direction. So it is carried forward from axon to dendrites. So option A will be my right answer. So in my sixth question, which of the following plant hormone promotes seed germination? Seed germination is majorly happening not in axon, not in ethylene, it will be gibberellin. Gibberellin will be the hormone that is controlling the seed germination. In the seventh question, again based on brain, you can see that part of the brain which controls involuntary actions such as breathing and heartbeat. These are controlled by medulla. Medulla is the part of the brain which controls all these things. Tropism in plant is best described as, what is tropism? It is the movement of plant or the growth of plant towards sunlight, towards water, towards the movement of the stimulus. So movement towards light, growth movement in response to external stimuli, release of hormone, none of the above. So growth movement in response to external stimuli will be the right answer because it has to grow based on the stimulus. If the stimulus is sunlight, it will grow towards the sunlight. If the stimulus is towards the water, it is called as geotropism, it will go downward. So based on the stimulus, it will move. Thyroid gland functions are controlled by, thyroid glands are controlled by, here we can see parathyroid gland directly. Option C will be the right answer. What is the effect of auxin in the growth of plant? They promote cell elongation, inhibit seed germination, they promote leaf fall, they inhibit root formation. So auxin majorly controls the cell elongation, therefore they promote cell elongation will be the right answer. And moving on to the next chapter. The next chapter here is life processes, the two important chapter based on biology of class 10th, okay? In human being, the digested food is absorbed mainly in which part of the digestive system? Normally we think that digestion is happening in stomach, but after reading life processes, you should understand that the digestion, complete site of digestion is small intestine. So go for option B. Which of the following enzyme break down protein in peptone? Which is breaking down protein in peptone. So whenever a question is asked based on breaking down of enzymes, we all know that proteins are broken down by pepsin. Okay, so whenever protein based question is asked and they are asking for enzyme, you will obviously go for the option based on pepsin, not trypsin, not lipase. Okay, trypsin and lipase are helping in digestion process, and amylase is the enzyme present in saliva. So option D will be my right answer here. In the third question, during photosynthesis, which of the following product is formed in the light dependent reaction? Light dependent reaction, which of the following products are formed? Obviously, during photosynthesis, glucose is produced, but it is not a light dependent product. Oxygen is obviously not a light dependent product. So ATP and NADHP will be the right answer here. Which part of the human brain regulate the rate of breathing? The rate of breathing is majorly calculated using medulla oblongata. Therefore, the answer will be 4. C. In the human respiratory system, exchange of gases occurs in. We all know when respiration is happening, there is a pathway given to us. We have to understand the pathway. After the oxygen reaches the lungs is basically having branches like structure, and at the end of the branches we have balloon like structure called as the alveoli, which is majorly exchanging the gases. Therefore, I'll go for option C, which will be my right answer. In the next question, which of the following organism uses diffusion as the only method for gas exchanges? In amoeba, it's a single cell organism which is having osmosis and diffusion. So option B will not be right. Fish is obviously not using because it is there in water. Frog is not at all undergoing only diffusion. So earthworm is the right answer here, which uses only the method of diffusion for gaseous exchange because it is flat and it is very sticky to the ground level. Therefore, it uses diffusion. In the next question, which form is oxygen transported in the blood? When oxygen is reaching the alveoli, it is transported to red blood cells, which is bound to hemoglobin. So option C will be my right answer here. Next one, the correct order of food passage through the human digestive system is: first, the food reaches the mouth, then the esophagus, right? So mouth, esophagus, we have two options. Let us continue. After mouth, esophagus, it goes to stomach, then it goes to small intestine and large intestine. Therefore, option C will be my right answer here. In the next question, in plants, stomata open during the day to allow. What is the function of stomata? It is going to allow the excess water that is there. In plants, stomata open during the day for entry of oxygen, loss of water vapor, then uptake of carbon dioxide, release of nitrogen. It is going to open due to get rid of the excess water, that is in the form of release of water in the form of water vapor. Then the exchange of nutrients and gases between the blood and tissue in the human body takes place at the arteries. They carry oxygenated blood, veins carry deoxygenated blood, and heart is going to pump. The capillaries are the exchange point between the arteries and veins for all these things happening. Therefore, option C will be the right answer. So these were a simple questions that we have taken from life processes chapter. I am going to provide you a website link, that is vidhyapeetha.live, where you can find n number of question papers based on MCQs, based on short answers, chapter wise, previous year question papers, and much more. So 10 questions of life processes is been covered. Let us move on to the next chapter. The next chapter is light. One of the most important chapter. of physics of class 10th. In this you have to learn the whole chapter. That is important because each chapter is very new, each content is very new, and each concept you have to learn if you want to be an expert. So when a ray of light passes through air to glass, so this is my air and this is glass. Air to glass, that means this is my rarer medium, this is my denser medium. A ray of light is traveling, it creates a normal, it bends towards the normal. So it will bend away from the normal towards the normal. Option C will be the right answer. Rarer to denser, the ray of light will bend towards the normal. The image formed by convex mirror is normally any convex mirror. What is a convex mirror? This is my convex mirror. In most of the situations, if a object is kept here, it will normally point of intersection is creating a virtual erect image. Therefore, the normal behavior of convex mirror is virtual erect and diminished image only. Option B will be the right answer here. In my third question, given which of the following is true about the focal length of concave mirror? Focal length of concave mirror they are asking. This is the concave mirror painted backward. This is the principal axis pole P. This will be the principal focus, center of curvature. This distance is my focal length. If placed on a Cartesian plane, it's towards the left hand side. Therefore, it is always negative. Focal length of concave mirror is always negative. So in the fourth question, the focal length of a concave lens is negative 20 centimeter. This is negative 20 centimeter. Where should an object be placed to get a virtual image that is half the size of the object? Here the most important thing is virtual image and half the size of the object. This implies that u will be equal to the or v will be equal to half of u. V is the image distance, that is half the size of the object distance, that is 1 by 2 u. Therefore, we can take u to be equal to twice of v. Since u will always be negative, this will be minus 2v. This is the key aspect of the question. Now, according to lens formula, 1 by f is equal to 1 by v plus 1 by u. Therefore, we know f is given to be negative 20. 1 by negative 20 is equal to 1 by v plus 1 by what is u? Negative 2v, minus 2v. So minus 1 by 20 will be equal to, I'll take LCM here, which is 2v. So minus or plus 2 minus 1. So minus 1 by 20 is equal to 1 by 2v. This and this is getting cancelled. I am left with 1 by 2v equal to negative 1 by 20. So 2 ones are 2 tens are. So minus 1 by 10 is equal to 1 by v, implies v is equal to negative 10 here. So v was negative 10, but the question is asking me where should an object be placed. So object has to be placed 10 centimeter from the lens. Therefore option B will be my right answer here. Okay, moving to the next one. A ray of light is incident at an angle of 60 degree on a plane mirror. The angle of incidence is 60, the angle of reflection will be, we know that angle I is always equal to angle R, so option A will be the right answer for this question. Okay. So next question, in which of the following situation will a concave mirror form a magnified and real image? Magnification, if it is greater than 1, the image will be real. If it is less than 1, it is diminished. Therefore, when an object is placed between focus and pole, when the object is placed at infinity, the position of the object is mentioned here, not with respect to 1 or anything. The magnification will be magnified only when the object is very close to the mirror in the sixth situation, as we have learned. So the object has to be closed between center and focus, or object is placed at focus. The option A, which is focus and pole. When I have the object very close to the mirror, the image will be virtual and magnified. Therefore, I'll go for focus and pole. In the seventh question, a light ray enters a glass slab from air at an angle of 45 degree. There is a glass slab. This is my glass slab. Light ray is entering like this. This angle, this is creating a normal, and this angle is 45 degree. If the refractive index of glass is 1.5, the refractive index is 1.5, that is n equal to 1.5. The angle of refraction inside the glass slab is approximately, inside the glass slab they are asking. We all know that n is equal to sin I by sin R. This is basically giving us about the sine of the angle. Therefore, when my angle of incidence is 45 degree, angle I in a glass slab when entering from rarer to denser medium, the incident ray reflected will bend towards the normal. The angle of incidence or the angle of refraction created here has to decrease. Therefore, it has to be less than 45 degree, and hence I will go for 42 degree here rather than complicating and going for the sine conversion and everything. It will be slightly lesser. It can't go to halfway. 28 is also lesser than 45, but it can't go to half of it. Therefore, I'll go for option B, which is 42 degree. I'll remember the concept, that is when a ray of light traveling from rarer to denser, the angle of incident will always be greater than the angle of refraction, and it will bend towards the normal. That is the concept that you have to learn. Moving to 8th one. The power of lens is 5 diopter. What is the focal length? We all know that power is equal to 100 centimeter by f. Power is given to be 5, that is equal to 100 by f. Flip this up, f is equal to 100 by 5, that is 20 centimeter with option A. Option A will be the right one. So 9th question is asking the critical angle for light passing from one medium to of refractive index to air. They are asking from another medium to air, the refractive index is given to be 1.5, n is given to be 1.5. In this we have to understand about the concept called as critical angle. What is critical angle? When light ray is directly passing from one medium to another medium at an angle of 90 degree without deviation, it is called as critical angle. But here the refractive index is 1.5. So 90 degree is the critical angle and refractive index is 1.5 to that of air, other medium to air. That means that medium can be denser also, rarer also, it depends. Air is rarer, the other medium is denser, that means the angle will decrease. Therefore, I will go for option A, which is 42 degree. In my next question, a lens with a power of -2 diopter is. -2 diopter is the power given to me. Power is -2D. We know that what type of lens they are asking and focal length will be what. So, power is equal to 100 by f. So power is -2 diopter, that is 100 by f. Flip this up, f is equal to 100 by -2, which will be -50 centimeter. Go for the option which has -50. In two different option A and B we have -50 centimeter. But when I come to a concave lens or a convex lens, this is my convex lens, in this it's a converging lens, therefore the focal length will come on the RHS, it has to be always positive. In this situation the focal length is turning negative, so therefore it has to be a concave lens, and hence my option will be option B with concave lens and focal length as -50 centimeter. Okay. So my dear students, in this part 2 session and part 1 session, we have covered 4 chapters, that is 40 MCQ questions based on important concepts and content of the chapters mentioned between the slides. So I hope you all are learning it properly, and do watch my videos. We'll be coming up with many more these kinds of sessions and solving it for you people. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and do subscribe my YouTube channel. Have a great day.